Yo, test it then. It's yours truly, Madness KMA, back once again with another exclusive garage report. Right here on Pirate Chronicles series channel. Like, subscribe, comment and share before we even progress through the video. I love that when people just press the like button anyway, straight away before the video even begins. So I'm here doing my duty as a UKG foundational member to say I promote and give flowers to the producers or outfits, production companies, record labels that are pushing music forward when it comes to the genre of UK garage. Those unique producers that give their own sound when it comes to house and garage. Of course, gathering influences for some of the greats on the old school foundation levels to the newer wave producers that do admit to that sound that they emulate, but put their own spin on it to make it their own. There's nothing wrong with that. So on today's program of the Garage Report, I have some exclusives to drop, and I've been given a big folder of some of his big tunes. Some of the heavy hitters, I say, send me those and then let me choose throughout the package and see what's going to be featured on the show today. Some of them might be older material, however, I think it embodies the sound of that producer. That's why it gets the spin inside the Madify section. Okay, cool, let's give it a breakdown right now of who we are talking about. DJ producer Perception. In fact, let me just do a voiceover and you can see and hear at the same time.
Okay, voiceover time. DJ producer Perception from Mood Swing Records, Customary and Rinse FM, based in London, UK. Often described as one of the best DJs in the UKGC, Perception has been growing exponentially over the years, dedicating his life to hunting down the best of the best. His highly lauded sets are widely known for being jam-packed with the most exclusive dub plates and the rarest, most sought-after cuts from bumpy, four to the floor and slick two-step, and have been hosted by the likes of Resident Advisor, Dimensions Festival, Rinse FM, Pickle Factory, and his bi-weekly residency show on Rinse FM alongside his sister, Lady Passion. His production game is just as strong, having carved out his unique, irresistible sound with a deep and soulful aesthetic. His tracks have been released on some of the best labels in the game today, including DPR Records, Dr. Banana, Rhythm and Vibe, Customary, and his own imprint, Mood Swing. And in my opinion, gathering influences from some of the greats like Jeremy Sylvester, Carl Brown, Steve Gurley, and Mob. I can definitely hear those influences inside his underground productions.
I want to send a big shout out to our sponsors of the Garage Report, which is Vaporworks, situated in North London, Finsbury Park, Blackstock Road. Shout out to all of those that go down there, and if you do go down there, use my code on the bottom of the screen, MAD10, to get a 10% discount on items in store. Do make sure, of course, that you are above the age restriction, and make sure you vape within the guidelines of the law and keep it safe. Okay, cool. So over a bag of rhythms that was sent through from Perception, who I do rate as a producer as well, because I can recognize the sounds, the skill set, the influences. And I've seen some of the videos that he puts up on his social media, linked down in the description below. And when he does his videos and basically using outboards. Now, me as an old school producer, I can respect that a man will still use outboards in today's world when it's so much accessible on the computers with the software that you can use. So it shows that a man is looking for that old school underground original analog sound, and it sounds like that. When you listen to his productions, it will sound different from the others because it has that crispiness, that authentic sound of an analog that you can't beat, even when it comes to the digital era that we are in today. So one of the tracks that I've chosen in entry number 1 inside the Madify section of the Garage Report show is this one here, because as soon as I played it, it gave me that UKG senses started to tingle, and I thought, yeah, me as a DJ that likes to play those underground tunes and I can visualize it in the mix and it sounds right. And let me see if you have the same opinions. Leave your comments down below, of course, of what is your favorite within the Madify section. Let's go with entry number 1 with a track called Rally, I do believe. It's spelled down below again. Rally or Raleigh? I think it's Rally. Entry number 1. Now you see what I mean about influences from the old school first generation producers. Now I can hear LB and Noodles in that. I can hear a Groove Chronicles type of sound, definitely, with the samples that he used and the beat programming to the bass line. But he makes it his own, which is what's special about it. Big tune, man. That's the kind of tune that I would ride at a certain specific time of night in a venue, even a daytime venue. It's how you execute and deliver. Hail and salute Perception on that one. Big tune for entry number 1. Right, so entry number 2 is a track that I feel, again, like I said in the voiceover, it's got that influence from the Antil Mob, no doubt. Big up to Just Juice, The Ghost, Enough Respect. Big up to Mystic Matt as well for today's collaboration. And this one here is Perception on the buttons again, In the Name of Love. And it's definitely got that old school feel, but his own way. Let's go. Entry number 2. You can definitely hear those influences from original foundation producers, but it's got the groove, and it's like almost every one of his tunes has that element of a groove that needs to get a play, radio play, and of course the underground type of events that will represent. Because will you hear those kind of sounds on main stage? Unless he's there, then I'm not sure. However, that's because DJs of today will still play, as we know, you know, that same old story of the same old. But these type of tunes can be mixed in with the new school, with the old school. So it's on the bridge of old and new definitely inside that one as well. In the Name of Love, Perception on the buttons. That's entry number 2. So entry number 3 on today's program of the Garage Report. Leave your comments down below of your favorites so far. Make sure you watch until the end, because that's when more things has happened in its own rights. The full video, make sure you're watching. So entry number 3 is the track that he did for Fresh Milk Records. Big up all those at Fresh Milk, enough respects. And again, it's got that sound that will be familiar to ear, but it's new school music. Move Your Body, Perception on the buttons. Let's go, entry number 3. You tell me down below what influences you can hear. And he definitely executes in his own way. Wheel. You can definitely hear that sound that he has embodied as his own. DJ Perception is a producer that I rate and recommend. That's why it's featured here on the Garage Report. Rated and recommended, man. He's got a big catalogue of music as well, and he's out there on the field playing at those underground events with some of the big boys in the game, and he is his own right a big boy in the game. Pause. And there's so much more that I could have chosen from, but those are the 3 that stuck out within the files of 10 or 12 tunes that he sent me. And the ones that I've already featured as well. I think last week or the week before that, he was one of the tracks that was featured from one of the record labels mentioned. All the links down below with the playlist of all of the Garage Report shows. Big up all those that's been watching for the Garage Report quick fire rounds on my socials as well. What I'm about, the sound that I like to push, because if it makes sense to me, then that's why it will get played and featured inside an episode. If you want to send me your new school music as well to do featured in the quick fire rounds on Instagram, you can do that. DM me, get in contact. My email address is there as well on both sides, Pirate Chronicles series, and of course DJ Madness Official on Instagram, or you can DM me on Madness KMA at TikTok. Like, subscribe, comment and share. Big up all those that's been locked on and riding with me. Each week it picks up the pace, Make sure you go and check last week's video, Spoonie's House, the mini documentary that I did based on DJ Spoonie and his evolution of pushing UK house and garage music to the forefront and the pinnacle of where garage music is today with his garage classical. So I've got exclusive footage that can be seen in there as well from the Royal Albert Hall, from the stadium they did recently, and then more to come. And I will be planning again to be on site for the next Garage Classical, which will be in Brighton. I appreciate you. I'm out. Hey, 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 hey.